Hello and welcome to episode 58 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you in EFL League One. We're away to Doncaster Rovers. I've then got the January transfer window roundup for you, and then we conclude the episode with the away game at Woking in League One. So let's get straight into the Doncaster match, and the team for that one is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for that trip to Doncaster, and it is Billiat in goal, back four of Powell, Orr, Stickland and Johnson, Hendry at the base of midfield, Cucurlon and Coleman ahead of him, Mather on the left, Hayes on the right and Oliver Kemp up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants us to justify the recent praise. I think given that we're on a run of successive wins, we will, and we could move into a playoff position. Let's go with that second option, and we will pump the fists and go with that. And let's get into the match. So we're underway, away to Doncaster. And first 10 minutes is relatively even, but it's a Doncaster highlight. Headed away, Plant to Darbo's shot, Billiat with the save, so Doncaster will have a corner. I think on this occasion a demand more slightly before the 10 minutes is up is probably justified. It's headed away, close for Doncaster. Back to Darbo, and the highlight comes to an end. And we are currently just ahead of Doncaster in the table. So this is absolutely a must-win game. And if we want to get into the top six, we have to win games like this. Billiat now with the goal kick, and plays it to Stickland. Into Coleman, forward for Kemp, plays it on to Hayes, Kemp gets it back, plays it to the left and Powell has the shot and it is just over the crossbar. So half an hour gone. Mather's picked up an injury, so we'll get him off soon. Cucurlon takes over, finds Hayes, and the shot comes in, but Bishop is more than equal to that in the Doncaster goal. Launches it long. Orr wins the header. Finds Hayes. Cucurlon plays it back to Orr. To Hendry. Coleman to Stickland. Into Coleman again. Plays it forward for Hayes. And picks out Kemp, who rounds the keeper but can't get it past him. And the Doncaster defence get it clear, but we win it back and the highlight comes to an end. So far, I think we'll go with an encourage this time. We're starting to get back into the game, but it's a Doncaster highlight to finish the half, and thankfully the header from Olowo is off target. That's half time. Clearly Mather is going to have to come off. That's the only change I'm going to make. Start hitting the target more often, I think, is absolutely fair. Sam Mather is coming off. Daniel Fitzpatrick is coming on. That's the only change I'm making at half time. We will drop an encourage on the lads. And it's a Doncaster highlight early in the second half. Headed away. Hendry picks it up. Plays it out to Kemp, who looks to his right and then goes left to Hayes. The ball into the box is easy for Bishop to collect. And he launches it forward. But Orr is under it. Finds Johnson. Crossfield ball to Fitzpatrick. Finds Kemp. Fitzpatrick to Powell, and Fitzpatrick again shoots, but way off target, and the highlight comes to an end. So another encourage. Things are going well at the moment. I think the next sub has got to be Hayes. So we'll get him off and bring on James McLaughlin. And that leaves us with one more sub, and it's going to be Zach Orr that's going to come on, or come off rather. McLaughlin wins possession for us and takes it over halfway. He's going to need support, and he gives it straight to Close, who clears. And Stickland is dispossessed. Anderson runs through, but Billiat is equal to it. And yeah, it is going to be Zach Orr that's going to be the final sub. Dinel Simiu comes on to replace him with 15 minutes left. In fact, we do have, I think we have one more. Powell off and Josh Earl on. And Coleman plays in Johnson to McLaughlin. Stickland holds on to it, finds Hendry to Cuchalon. Coleman back to Simiu. Into Cuchalon. Fitzpatrick plays it in for McLaughlin. And McLaughlin puts it in the back of the net. His 4th of the season. And with 5 minutes left, it is Doncaster Rovers 0, Fleetwood Town 1. Yes, we want to continue with those changes. And we've got another highlight. Earl's ball forward. It's headed back to his own goalkeeper by the Doncaster defender. Bishop then launches it. Stickland wins the header, but Ferdinand wins it back. But we then steal it off him, and Earl brings it forward. Kemp back to Hendry. Plays it to Fitzpatrick on the left. Fitzpatrick has the shot straight at Bishop. And we're into the final minute, and there's 4 added minutes to go. And we see those out, and it is Doncaster Rovers 0, Fleetwood Town 1. I'll be back in a moment with the transfer window roundup. Okay, well, it is the 1st of February, so the transfer window is now closed. And as you can see, we have been active in the January window. I'll take you through the incoming transfers first. First one through the door was Oliver Kemp from Manchester United, a loan signing, so we'll have a look at him. He's a striker, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, and you'll have noticed he's already off the mark for goals. He's made 3 starts, 1 sub appearance, and already bagged himself 5. So very impressive start to his spell with us, and would very much like to add him permanently at just 20 years old as well. He's well on track to be a key player for us in the second half of the season and hopefully going forward. So next in was Richard Powell, another loan from Manchester United. And he's a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential, 21-year-old left back. Another one who has made his debut already, 5 appearances already since joining, and averaging a 7.08 already. So very pleased with him. And another one that we hope will be around for a lot longer, although looking at that value it seems unlikely. After that was Stanley Billiat, and he is a 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential goalkeeper, 21 years of age, and he's become our new goalkeeper. 4 appearances, 4 clean sheets, and an average 7.5. So very pleased with his impact, and just 21 years of age again, and a much more realistic prospect of signing him long term. And finally, Timar McGillis rather, and we'll have a look at him from Leeds United. Is a centre back, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, 19 years of age, Jamaican centre back, and has played a couple of games off the bench for us and has done okay. So I think he will get some game time in the second half of the season, but probably won't be a first team regular. And that concludes the incomings. So let's have a look at the players that have left. And again, a few. Terrell Thomas, a centre back, goes to Oldham for 1,800. Goalkeeper Christy Pym goes to Stockport for £24,500, potentially rising to 30,500. Lamar Wood is a youngster who's gone out on loan to Cambridge United. And Chris Bowen goes on loan to Leyton Orient. So I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and the trip to Woking. The team for this one is Billiat in goal, back four of Powell, Stickland, Orr and Johnson, Hendry at the base of midfield, Cuculain and Coleman in central midfield, Fitzpatrick on the left wing, Mather on the right, Kemp up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, my assistant wants us to justify the recent praise. I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to go a bit more positive and I'm going to outstretch the arms. In fact, no, I'm going to pump the fists. We're doing well, we're on a good run. And let's get out there and see if we can continue that good form away to Woking. And as always, we'll see how the first portion of the match shakes out. 10 minutes in, we've had the only shot so far. So I think we go with encourage at this point. And see if we can make the most of it. We are actually, as it stands, up into a playoff position. So if we could get a winner, that would really strengthen the position we're in. And so far, Woking have offered absolutely nothing. Their goalkeeper Coleman is in possession, but hopefully we can win it back. And we have. Mather to Coleman, into Kemp, out to Mather on the right, into the area, and Mather shoots. The goalkeeper makes a save and it'll be a corner. Mather himself is going to take it. In swinging corner. And it's headed away. Mather will collect this. No, he won't. He'll let it go. And we'll keep the pressure on, but the highlight comes to an end. And we win possession back. Kemp, I thought he was flattened then, but no. And Woking keep possession on halfway. Diagonal ball is intercepted by Powell, who goes back to Billiat. Long ball forward for Fitzpatrick, but he's beaten to it by Lockyer. Arblaster to Rolls, and we briefly win it back. In fact, we do keep possession. Or to Mather, and it's Kemp to Fitzpatrick, plays it through for Kemp, Fitzpatrick again, and he's found the back of the net. It is Woking 0, Fleetwood Town 1, and that's his 20th of the season, and gives us a crucial advantage at this stage of the match. Fitzpatrick now with the free kick into the area, the header straight at Coleman, who gathers easily. Coleman's ball launched forward. Stickland picks it up, finds Hendry, who gives it straight back to him. Cuculain now to Powell on the left-hand side. Powell beats his man and then plays a diagonal to Johnson. Hendry to Powell again. Beats his man, cuts it back, and Oliver Kemp's at it again. He's got another one. It's Woking 0, Fleetwood Town 2. and it's not half time yet. And there we go, it is half time now, and it is 2-0, deservedly so. Let's go in there and give them praise. Outstretch the arms. I'm happy with the number of shots, keep it going. Start the second half. No subs at half time. Performance means it's not necessary, and likewise there's nobody in need of coming off for fitness reasons. So at the moment I don't really want to change anything if I don't have to. It is Hendry with the corner for Fleetwood, headed away. Mather gives it back to Hendry, who cuts in the cross, and Daniel Fitzpatrick has a second of his own. And it is Woking 0, Fleetwood 3. And surely now that is job done. And we are looking good for ending the episode in the playoffs. So into the last 15 minutes. I am going to pause it there. And we're going to make some changes. So Stickland is tiring and needs to come off. We will go with Simiu. Hendry is also tiring. So we'll bring on Wiradoo. Kukulon needs to be replaced. So we will bring on James McLaughlin, can play in there. And then our final change is going to be Fitzpatrick, who's tiring and on a yellow card. And we'll bring on Kian Hayes. So we're going to make 5 changes. I think that's 5, isn't it? And fingers crossed we can see the match out in relative comfort. In fact, we've only made 4, so we've got 1 more available if we want to. The question is what we can do with it. So we are looking at a centre-back probably, or needs to come off. And we'll bring on Josh Earl to replace him. 5 minutes left. Johnson with the throw-in. Coleman gives it back to him. It's crossed in. Kemp with the header. And we can't quite force it over the line. And Woking get the ball away. Highlight comes to an end. And that should be that. There's 3 added minutes. Woking have a highlight finally. And the header goes over the crossbar. Is there going to be 1 more, or is that it? And that is full time. Woking 0, Fleetwood Town 3. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, well here is confirmation that we do finish the episode in a playoff position. We're in 6th position with 16 wins, 9 draws, 8 defeats. And 57 points from our 33 games played. So let's have a look and decide when we're going to come back. And I think, given we've got 13 games left, let's do it in 2 episodes. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you back for the away game against Coventry. I'll then play Shrewsbury off camera and bring you back for the home match against Reading. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.